What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Fabian. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. And if you are an old subscriber, I appreciate you tuning back in, because today I'm doing a different approach on a video. I'm not going to show you on how to install something. I'm not going to show you something of the car. In reality, you know, it is December 31st, 2024. It's the last day of 2024. And I feel like it's the perfect time to make a difference and to transition this channel into something that I've always wanted to do, but I've always had the fear of committing to something because it's getting out of my comfort zone. Everybody knows getting out of your comfort zone is not an easy task. It's never going to be easy. It's very hard, but there's no other way around it. If you never start, you're never going to do it. If you never do it, you'll never finish. So with that being said, this goal, or this video, I want to sit here and drive and talk to you guys. We're going to have a different approach, have a drive and talk. We're in the BMW, by the way. So you guys could hear it. Maybe you could hear it. I hope you hear that. So I kind of want to reflect on the things I've learned in 2024, the lessons I've learned, the highs and lows, and what I could do better, what I could work on, what I did wrong. Basically self-reflect on all of that. And then moving forward into 2025, what needs to happen? What needs to happen to make changes? Because this is just, I'm tired of it, you know? I'm in a lot better place than I've ever been before. But if you were to ask me, what have I done differently? I can tell you I'm still doing the bare minimum. So let's go into it and let's start reflecting on 2024. So 2024 was another great year, but let's actually go a little further back, because I feel like I've always posted about cars. I've always shown the reality of things, or the good things that you want to show people, but I've never really shown the true, authentic Fabian, where he came from, what he did, where he's at, what happened, this and that. So as you guys know, when I started this channel, which was like back in 2016, 2017, it was with the Tacoma. You know, my goal was to create a channel that was going to be surrounded around cars, because obviously cars are my passion. I love cars, and that's what I wanted to do. As I was, maybe 21, 22 when I started. Now that I'm going into 2025, in January I turned 29, at like 7-8 year difference pretty much. 29 years old, my mindset's completely different. You know, my headspace, mentally, emotionally, physically, and financially, I'm in a completely different mind space, mental space, whatever you want to call it. So what I've always wanted to do, and what my main goal is in life, is I don't think I'm better than anybody else. I don't. But do hope is that my journey and my process could hopefully one day motivate and inspire others to become the better or best versions of themselves. That is my main goal in life, is I would love to create an audience or a community that can help inspire each other to become the better version of themselves for yourself. Because at the end of the day, it's you versus you. Ain't nobody else coming to save you. Ain't nobody gonna do this. No one's gonna go to the gym for you. No one's gonna do the grunt work for you. No one's gonna get that job. No one's gonna pass that test for you. It's not gonna happen. You can't cheat yourself out of success. It's inevitable. So going into that, you know, and I say this because a lot of people don't know, I've been dead broke to the point where I had no fucking money in my bank account whatsoever. Nada, zip, zero. Literally struggling to make ends meet. Taking loans out so I could make ends meet, and then not being able to pay the loans because the loans I took out were so fucking much that, you know, now I'm fucking thousands of dollars in debt. Okay? Dealing with that. Second, falling into a severe depression for about 2 years, bro, where I literally hated every single thing about myself and everything in life. To the point where it's like those thoughts that people tell you about, those thoughts were real. And they fucking would come by every single day. And I'm like, you know what? Maybe if I just call it quits, it'd be cool, you know? I'll be done with it. I won't be stressed out. It'd be what it is. But I didn't. Thankfully, I didn't. And the other thing that would also happen to me when I was in that deep depression was the fact that also sleep my life away. I would sleep all day, every day. I didn't want to deal with reality. I didn't want to deal with this. I didn't want to deal with that. So hey, let's just go to sleep, right? So that all happened. That was in the time that I was in a relationship, my last serious relationship, which I've never disclosed. It is what it is. Life goes on. Everything happens for a reason. And honestly, it was nothing but a lesson for me. I haven't been in a serious relationship in the last 2 years, but I've learned a lot. I had to sit there and self-reflect and see where I went right, where I went wrong in the relationship, because that is the only way to improve as a person. So when I did all that, I got myself to be in a better place than I am, or better place now than I was before. Basically what I'm trying to get to is, or as I was saying, so I was in that relationship, and obviously, I learned a lot. I got out of it. My career changed. A lot of things happened towards the end of that relationship that at that very moment didn't make sense to me at that time. Okay, so it didn't make sense to me at the time. As time passed by, 6 months, whatever, everything all made sense. Everything made perfect, crystal clear sense of why things didn't go the way I wanted them to go at that very moment. And that's another thing that I feel like I learned in 2024 is there's certain things you can control in life, and there's a lot of things you can't control in life. And the reason why I bring that up is a lot of things will happen in life, the highs and lows of life, and life's going to throw some curveballs. It's going to test you. It's going to make you mad. It's going to make you sad. It's going to make you happy. But it all depends on how you approach the situation and handle it, I don't know if you guys are familiar. You guys must be familiar with it, but it's like if you start having a bad day and you get angry, you're going to continue on having a bad day. Everything's not going to go your way because you're basically telling the universe that you're mad. And I guess the universe is probably giving you a test to see how patient you are, and you're not patient. So the universe is just like, all right, cool. Well, if you want to be mad, we're going to fucking make you have a very shitty day today. And that's exactly what's going to happen. And the other thing that I learned is if it is completely out of your control and there's nothing you can do about it, you got to let it go. You got to let it go, because there's nothing you can say or do to make a change in somebody, in a career, in whatever it may be in your life. It's not going to happen. And you have to understand that, and you have to be okay with it. The other thing too is you got to hold yourself accountable. And that's one thing that has helped me a lot in 2024 and the years previous. That I wanted to have a physique. I wanted to work out. I wanted to look different. I was tired of being skinny. I was tired of being bullied because of how skinny I was. So I was like, you know what, bro? I'm going to go to the gym. And one person told me, and it stuck with me. I was like, okay, bet, And there's sometimes some things, people will tell you some things, and it's like they're either lessons you can grab. Like, people come and go. Okay, some people may stay for a day, some people may stay for a week, a month, years, whatever. But everybody you interact with has a reason to interact with you in your life. That's the way I look at it. That's how I think about it. And I had one person tell me, how could I be with someone who can't even be consistent in the gym? And I was just like, yo, like, damn, okay. Like, I was like, that's kind of hardcore, but it's true. If you can't even be consistent in the gym, what makes you think you could be consistent in a relationship? In reality, you're not going to be. You can't even be consistent to fucking wake up, take your ass to the gym, and work out for 30, 40 minutes, and you want me, or you expect me to believe that you'll be consistent in the gym? I was like, nah, it don't work that way. So after I was told that, I was like, all right, bet, watch this shit. And I've been fucking going to the gym in and out all day, every day, as if my life depended on it. But at the same time, I've also found myself, it's like therapy. I love the gym, It's the perfect time to go to the gym and be able to get away from the world. You listen to your own music, and you go work out and improve yourself, challenge yourself, look at yourself in the mirror, and it's you versus you, man. You in there for an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. Hey, sometimes I'm in there for 3 hours, man. And it's not because I'm in there lollygagging bullshit. Nah, it's because I'm in there, I'm putting in work, and I'm taking my breaks. But I'm also fucking got 1,000 thoughts running through my head, and I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to overcome this or motivate myself to feel better because I had a shitty day and there's no other way around it. You know, that's part of it, and you got to understand that's part of life as well. That it's not going to be easy. So a lot of things have helped me in 2024, which I'm also grateful for. That, you know, I have the job that I have. I make the money that I make. I have a car that I've put so much money into. You know, it's not fully built, but it's tuned. It looks nice. It's OEM plus. I can afford things. Money no longer is an issue financially. I don't struggle at all with anything. Like, I don't have to really look at the price tag of something. I can just afford it. But like I said earlier, it's like I still feel like I'm doing the bare minimum. I feel like, and that's moving into 2025. I told myself, I want no distractions. I don't want to post on Instagram. You know, they're supposed to ban TikTok. I started posting my fitness on TikTok, but they're gonna ban it. So I'm like, okay, I guess I'll move my TikTok videos to shorts on YouTube and see how that goes. But moving into 2025, I want to cut out the distractions, and I want to hone in and lock in on doing the things that I know I need to do and stop making the excuses and doing the bare minimum. This road is bumpy as shit, man, and this low car is not worth it. So going into 2025, that's the mindset I want to have. I'm like, I have 3 major goals for 2025, and it's pretty much to start my business. If you guys know, theeautospa, that was back in Houston. I have everything pretty much ready to go. I just haven't started it or haven't launched it off because I guess it's in a way, in reality, it's the fear of, like, you know, starting over and, you know, having to start something new again. It's just like going to the gym. Like, oh, I want to work out, but I haven't gone, and, you know, obviously when you start, it's the hardest thing to do is to get going. I should have never came down this road. So I want to start the business back up because I genuinely want to be around cars again. I want to be working and creating my own business, creating content for that, you know, being around people who have the same passion as me. Because, yeah, the refinery life is nice. I make good money, but I'm always out of town. I'm always working long hours. You know, if the time comes where I have to settle down and, you know, be with someone, start a family, I want to see my kids grow up. You know, I want to be with my wife. I don't want to be out of town in a different state working 7/12s for months and months on, and then come home and, you know, their birthdays have passed, this has passed, they've had soccer games or whatever sport they're playing and their rehearsals, and I haven't attended anything, and then my kids feel like I don't appreciate them or I don't love them because I'm never around. I'm like, I don't want to deal with that. So I really want to start the business so I can take care of myself and I can, you know, I can be independent. The second thing I want to do is I want a high rise, man. I've never lived in the city. I want to live in the fucking city and have my own high rise, because why the fuck not? I think it's possible, you know, obviously if I lock in and do what I got to do. And then ultimately the last goal, as you guys know, I'm a car guy, so I got to buy another car. I want to buy my dream car, and I want to do that all within next year's time. But the things that I'm going to have to do to get there is I got to get out of my comfort zone. You know, my biggest thing is I want to create content because I feel like I could create decent content. But my biggest fear is recording in front of people. Or what are people going to think? Or what are people going to say? In reality, like, bro, who gives a fuck, dude? They're not going to pay your bills. They're not the ones making the change. They can sit there and criticize, oh, look at this guy. Who does he think he is? But, yo, bro, if I'm doing what makes me happy and it's making a difference in my life, I could care less what you say. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's where I need to get to. Damn, this road is so shitty, bro. And that's exactly where I need to get to, because in reality, that is the reality of things, you know? Bro, which way am I going, dude? Go back this way. But yeah, I want to create content, and I want to channel and hone around the fact that it doesn't always have to be about cars. I want to create content that has to do with lifestyle. I want to show you guys that I work out. I want to show you guys that, you know, you should work out too. It's a good thing to work out, to stay healthy, to do things that make you feel good. I also want to show you guys, basically, I've been reading a lot. I've read a lot more now. There's a lot of books that I would highly recommend you guys to read, because it opens up your mind, it changes your perspective on things, and you can never learn enough information. In reality, you genuinely can. You know, it's always good to learn something new every day, and that's what I'm trying to get to. I'm trying to become a better version of myself and do all the things that little Fabian wanted to do when he was little. And the only person that's gonna allow me to get there is me, and I have to do that part. Damn, who fucking ran that shit over? But yeah, I mean, I just kind of feel like I'm all over the place with this video, but it's just like I've been through so much, man, and I've learned so much that you can only do so much, but it's what you allow to happen in your life that is what makes the difference, you know? Because at the time, going back to when I was depressed and I was broke, I played the victim card, and I played that victim card hard as fuck. Hard as fuck. That why is life like this? Why I felt sorry for myself, this and that. And in reality, I'm like, bro, why do I feel this way? And when I was feeling that way too, nothing was changing. Nothing was going my way because I kept playing the victim card. Shout out to Ghost, by the way. I love their drinks. If you want to sponsor this, I'd love that. But yeah, I played the victim card, and I realized that playing the victim card is going to get you nowhere, and it's just going to drag you further behind, as if you just fucking wake up one day and say, you know what, dude, I'm done playing the victim. It's fine. You know, play the victim, sit in your feelings, sit in your emotions, reflect on the situation, be sad for a day, give yourself a week, give yourself some time to reflect on what's going on, and then after that time, tell yourself, you know what, bro, I'm done. I'm fucking making a change, and I'm gonna do something about it because I'm tired of feeling this way. Because feeling that way is not the way of life, bro. It is not. And that was one thing that I changed a lot in these past years, that I play the victim card, I get sad, I get this, and I get that. Fucking nah, bro. Like, you use your anger, whatever it is to motivate you. Get motivated and get started. But you also have to understand that motivation does not last forever. It doesn't. It's discipline. That is the thing that makes the difference in whatever you're doing. It's just like the gym. You know, a lot of people ask me, hey, damn, dude, like, you know, you've changed a lot, your physique, you know, you went from skinny to like you got muscle now and this and that. So yeah, it's discipline and consistency. You know, you got to show up on the days that you don't want to show up. On the bad days, on the days that you fucking sad, on the days you don't feel like going. On the days you don't feel like going to the gym, those are usually the best workout days, in my opinion. I always think they're the best. You go in there and, I mean, I don't fucking feel like hitting legs. I don't even want to be here. You start getting in the movements, you start hitting the weight, you're like, you know what, bro, fuck this. You get a little angry, I guess, you get a little motivation, get a little discipline in that motherfucker, and you get after it. And then you leave the gym feeling accomplished, that you did it. You feel better than you did before you went to the gym, because you showed up and you fucking did the work that you thought you couldn't do, but you did. And that's the difference, that you have to have that discipline. It's like, yeah, you could go to the gym. Let's put two people together. You go to the gym, all right? You go to the gym for a year, but you go once a month. Compared to someone who goes 5 days a week for a year, who's going to have better results? In reality, the person who went longer and more consistently. Regardless, let's say they have the same great diet, you know, they fucking eat good. Who's going to look better? Who's going to feel better? Who's going to have better results? The person who showed up more consistently. And that's what you have to do for yourself. You got to show up. On the days that you don't want to wake up, on the days you don't want to go to work, on the days you don't want to go to the gym, on the days you don't want to create content, on the days you don't want to do that shit, you got to remind yourself that it's not going to be easy. If it were easy, everybody would be doing it. And if everybody would be doing it, then we'd all be living lavish. And we're not all living lavish. People choose their life, you know? I'm content, or I'm glad I am where I am, but I'm not proud of where I am because I know I could achieve more. And with that being said, I don't want to settle for less. I've gone through so much bullshit in life to just be, oh yeah, you know, fuck it, let me throw in the towel, I'm cool where I'm at. Fuck no. I see kids on YouTube, which, yeah, you know, fucking, they trade stocks, do crypto, they fucking Facebook marketing or marketing agencies or fucking whatever the fuck they do, and they make fucking hundreds of thousands of dollars in months. And the thing that, it's a light bulb that shows up in my head, it's just like, okay, like, if they could do it, they're no different than I am, because, you know, they're a human being, I'm a human being. Well, why the fuck can't I do it? That's the way I look at things. So yeah, when you tell, and that's the thing too, you also have to understand, you can't tell your goals to a small-minded person, because it's not going to comprehend. They can't comprehend it because they're small-minded. It's like if I tell someone, oh yeah, bro, my plan is to have a fucking house with like a 30-car garage because I want to have 30 cars. My grandpa told me growing up, he said, I told him, I was like, oh, I want to have 10 cars. My grandpa told me, he's like, you should have 31. And I'm like fucking 7 years old. I'm like, why should I have 31 cars? Realistically, like, why? That's a lot of fucking cars. He told me you should have 31 cars so you can drive a different car every day of the month. And when he told me that, it stuck with me. I'm like, why the fuck not? Why the fuck can I not have 31 cars? Why should I not have 31 cars? As if you were like, oh, I want to have multiple businesses. Why not? What's going to hold you back from having multiple businesses? It's only you, in reality. It's only going to be you holding yourself back. So moving into 2025, I want you guys to comment down below your goals, your aspirations, what you want to do. I hope this got to, or before I end off the video, I hope you guys got to know a little bit more about me. I hope there was some things you can relate to, you've experienced, you could go through. All right, guys. Well, I'm back at the house. I noticed when I was watching the footage on the computer that I didn't end off the video properly. I'm about to eat as well and start editing. But what I wanted to say is, comment down below your goals and aspirations. I hope you can achieve them in 2025, because I want you to come back in a year's time and be able to reply and say that you achieved everything. Share with your friends, like and subscribe if you're new to the channel, because there's more content coming soon. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, get to know me a little bit more, and yeah, got to see a different side of me. And like I said, I do want to explore on creating content that's a little more different than just the car installs, the car meets, things of that sort, because there's more to life than just that. So as I said before, hope you guys enjoyed your 2024. I hope you achieve everything in 2025, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.